up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to do this video because here I'm holding in my hand 3 palettes from the NYX Elements collection. The other 3 were not really my kind of shade range. There were a lot of blues and stuff like that. Just a lot of shades that I didn't feel like I was gonna wear on a regular basis. And even this water palette, this is still a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I bought it because I figured that maybe it's out of a lot of people's comfort zone. So maybe you want to see how I kind of go about using a palette that is out of my comfort zone and how I kind of put together the look, you know, and yeah, I just figured it might help you kind of see what you can do with palettes like these. So with that said, I'm going to be doing the fire palette first, then the water palette, and then the earth palette because I figured that one is the one that people are most excited about, and I feel like I'll want to wear whatever look comes out of this palette, so I'm going to do that one last. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go pop my eyebrows on and I'll be right back. I'm so excited. I haven't opened these palettes or looked at them or touched them or anything. I just know what's on the back of the box. Yeah, I did a vote on Instagram, in my Instagram story, on what you guys wanted to see first. If you wanted to see a tutorial on the NYX palettes or tutorials on the Sephora Pro palettes, and it was like NYX by a long shot. So, okay. So I just opened the fire palette. We'll be doing a look with this one first, and oh my god, I can't. It's so pretty. Look at that. I mean, and just look at the size of these pans. That's so much product. Look at that. This is like, in comparison to my finger, look at that. That's like half my finger. Oh my god. I'm going to try to use as many colors as I can, just so that you guys can really see everything, or as much as I can show you. I'm gonna have to get creative with my application today because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do just like a normal smoky eye or just like a halo eye. I think I really need to think outside of the box and try to use as many of these shades as I can. Okay. So to prep my eyes, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer. I am totally obsessed with this stuff right now. It's like all I want to use. Everyone's over here like, Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just like, I can't say anything about Tarte Shape Tape because I've never used it. All I know is that I just really love this. This is kind of a very unique shade right here. This one right here, like this beige. I mean, you just never really find shades like that. I think I'm going to start with that one for like a nice transition shade with my Delium Tools 776 brush. And I'm just going to start by placing that in my crease. Okay, so next I think I'm going to go into the yellow shade in this palette. And I'm just going to pop that on the inner portion of my crease. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go into the shade right here. The shade really reminds me of Roxy from the Anastasia Subculture palette, but I'm just going to take that with the same brush. I'm just wiping off that brush a little bit, and I'm just going to pop that into my crease. Oh, okay, so it looks a lot like Roxy in the pan, but it's definitely like a lot more melony, like a lot, has more of a melon tone to it, so a little bit more pink than Roxy is. I'm going to go in with this deep plum purple shade right here, and you guessed it, I'm using my Mary Kay eye crease brush because why else? Why would I use anything else? Why? But I'm just gonna use that shade. I want to do kind of a cut crease kind of thing here, so I'm being very careful not to overlap this past my crease. I love it when palettes have nice huge mirrors like this. Like makes my life so much easier. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with like this green gold shade here. I wish that they had names. Wait, shade number 1, I guess? Shade number 1. I'm just gonna start to pack that on to my lid. Ooh, it shows up really, really well on top of eye primer. Wow, I love that. This shade reminds me of Electric from the Anastasia Subculture palette, but better. Like, it's a nicer formula. And I'm gonna take shade number 12 here. And I'm gonna pop that right on the middle, starting to tap it across that number 1 shade that we used. And then turning my brush and using the edge of it to kind of make sure that we get that nice carved out crease right there. Okay, and I'm actually gonna take a smaller brush for the last shade. This is my MAC 214. The shade is so pigmented. I'm taking the shade 11, and then I'm gonna start to place that down right on the outer corner. The shade is so pigmented. It's not like the other shimmer shades. So I'm gonna create kind of a wing like this. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of drawing it out from my bottom lash line with the tip of the brush. That's why I chose this brush. I'm just very softly bringing that to a point. Then I'm gonna turn my brush to the side and just kind of go over the edge to blend that out a little bit. And then bring whatever is already on my eye kind of across these previous shades here. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that first brush that I used and I'm just gonna blend right over the top of it here. And then I can go in and kind of clean up that line with concealer later, so I'm not worried about that. Since this is a very winged out look, I would normally do a wing whenever I have winged out eyeshadow, but I really want the eyeshadow itself to be the wing of this look, so I'm not going to do a winged eyeliner. I don't think I'm actually going to do any eyeliner. I'm just going to pop on some lashes and mascara, and then I'll come back and we'll do under the eyes. I think I'm actually going to end up using all of the eyeshadows in this palette, and I think I want to use the shade number 4 right here. And I'm just going to run that. I haven't set my under eye concealer yet, so it's nice and tacky down there. You can definitely tell I haven't set my under eyes yet because Mama's creasing over here. Okay, I'm gonna take that MAC 214 brush again, and I'm gonna go in with the shade number 5 right here. And I'm just gonna start to create that halo by placing this on the outer and the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, so using that same brush again, I'm just gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna go in with the only shade I haven't used so far except for the black shade. I'm gonna go in with the shade number 6 right here. It's just this gold shade. I'm just going to pop that on the center of my lower lash line. I lost my video footage for this part, but this is the final look for the Fire palette. What do you guys think? I am totally in love with it. I feel that this is a very cohesive palette, and I know it's probably weird seeing me talk over myself talking, but yeah, also I popped some hot pink liner on, and I forgot to tell you guys. But yeah, there it is. Okay, so now moving on to the NYX Water Eyeshadow Palette. This one is really going to challenge me because look at how many shimmer shades there are in there. I mean, okay, but I think I do want to start with this shade right here. I'm just going to take that on my Anastasia brush, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. So I think I'm going to start by taking the shade number 3. Yeah, and I'm just going to start to pack that on my inner and outer corner. Then taking the shade number 6 right here, I'm just going to pack that into my inner and outer corners as well, just kind of layer that on top. So I know I'm going pretty dramatic with these eye looks, but I really want to use as many of the shades as possible and show off as many shades as possible for you guys so that you can really see how they all work together. But if you want me to, I'd be more than happy to make another tutorial with these palettes and do some kind of a lot more wearable looks. I mean, of course, I would wear this anywhere because I'm crazy, but if you want me to do this again and just kind of do something that's super wearable, just let me know down in the comments and I would be more than happy to do that for you guys so that you're not like, oh my gosh, if I get these palettes I have to do something really dramatic, because that's totally not true. You could do something really simple. Like, I already have super simple ideas for these, but again, I'm just trying to show off as many shades that are in this palette as possible, which is why I'm making it so dramatic. And I know that we've already used this shade because we have it in the other palette, but I am just going to take a teeny tiny bit of the shade number 12 just to try to deepen that just a little bit more to add some contrast. So I'm going to take this emerald green shade that I want to use so bad, and I'm going to pop that on the center. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade number 2, and I'm just going to pop that right on the very center there. I'm going to take that shade number 8 right here, and I'm just going to take that on another Anastasia brush that I have, and I'm just going to run that on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade number 5 right here, and I'm just going to put that on the outer corners of my lower lash line. Okay, I think I'm definitely going to do winged eyeliner with this look because I think it's calling for it, so... I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a mermaid's dream right now. Okay, so this is the finished look, you guys. I still have my hair back because I don't want to get my bangs in the way, but what do you think? Alright, I'm back to bare face again, and now we're going into the Earth palette. I'm so excited about this palette. It's like so freaking... Just look at these shades. It's so fall. It's very, I feel like it's kind of like a clash with modern Renaissance and subculture together. I don't know why I always reference Anastasia palettes, but I do. So I feel like this is a clash of like modern Renaissance and subculture all in one palette, and it's just the perfect thing, the most perfect thing ever. Okay, so again, I'm going to try to use as many shades as I can in this palette. So it's going to be a dramatic look, okay? You don't have to do what I do, but I'm just trying to show off as many shades as I can. I'm going to take the shade number 1 right here, and that's going to be my transition color. Okay, so then I think I want to go into the shade number 8 right here. And I'm just going to use the same brush to blend over that in the crease. I'm going to take the shade number 7 right here, and I'm also going to blend that into my crease. Now I'm going to take the shade number 2 and start to deepen that crease. Okay, so I actually think I'm going to take a little bit of this shade number 4 right here. I'm going to pack that right on here just because I'm going to be placing that shimmery green shade down. And I want something that'll help it transition nicely into the crease color. Okay, so now I'm going to take this gold shade right here. This is the shade number 5, I believe. And I'm just going to pack that on the inner portion of my lid. Oh my god, I can't with these shades. They're so nice. I'm gonna go in with the shade number 6 here. Pack that right on the center of the lid. Okay, I am going to take the shade number 3 right here. I'm just going to take that on my Coastal Scents BRC number 2 brush, and I'm just going to run that the bottom lash line. Oh, that's a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade number 12 right here, and I'm just going to take my MAC 214 brush to really apply that nice and close to the lash line. So last but not least, I'm just going to take the shade number 11 right here, with my Delium Tools 780 brush, and I'm just going to pop that on the inner part of the lower lash line. Oh, that shade is so pretty. Okay, so this look definitely calls for winged liner, although I'm having one of those moments where I'm like, the last thing I want to do is winged liner right now, but I have to do it. Like, this look just needs it. It needs winged liner. So I have no choice. I have to do it. So I'm just going to take my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, because it's my fave. And this is the finished look. Okay guys and gals, that completes our NYX Elements tutorial. I was so excited to do this tutorial for you guys. I am blown away by these palettes. I mean, they don't swatch amazingly, but whenever you're putting them on your eyes, they are absolutely amazing. Like, they blend really well. All the palettes are really cohesive. All the colors go together. It's easy to pair things together. It's just, there's just all around, I feel like it's a really, really great collection. I feel that NYX really knocked it out of the park with these guys. I'll definitely, like, 100% be reaching for these over and over and over again. I know it already, especially the Fire palette and the Earth palette and the Water palette. Basically all of them. Like, I'm so excited to have these in my collection. If you don't have them in your collections, they are $30. Go pick yourself up one or two, or the whole collection, because they are well worth it, and you get so many shadows for that price. I mean, look at that. It's amazing. Alright guys, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I really hope that you learned something new, and that it this video inspires you to kind of step out of your comfort zone and try something new with makeup that you haven't tried before, whether it's a different color scheme or a different technique or a different eyeshadow shape or whatever it may be. I just hope that you leave watching this video inspired. That's all I really want to do here. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! My brows look so harsh whenever I'm not wearing any other makeup. Maybe they just look harsh all the time and I just don't realize it. Oh my god, I almost just spilled my coffee like everywhere. Again. I already did that once this morning and I almost just did it again. Okay. Oh my god, I keep almost spilling my coffee. I need to move my camera up a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that. Ooh! Or I'm just gonna throw my brushes everywhere. That's fine too. All I can think about is mac and cheese right now. Like, I want mac and cheese so bad. I don't know why. I just do. Listen, I didn't choose the mac and cheese life. The mac and cheese life chose me, okay? Oh my god, my back is like burning. Oh. Good night. You guys, it is freaking 2:24 in the morning. 2:24. That's how dedicated I am to this. 2:24. That's how much I love my subscribers. And I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I was super excited to do this video. But I was not super excited to do it at 2:25 in the morning. But I do it because I love you. I actually drank coffee before I started filming because I knew this was gonna take a little while. So I'm all hyped up on caffeine now. I really need to go to bed. Oh my god, I have to work in the morning. Who else has to work in the morning? Who else has to work on a Sunday like me? Tell me. Tell me if you work on the weekends, and tell me how much you hate it. I personally don't mind it. It's just that sometimes it's not my favorite thing. But, you know, most of the time most of the time it's pretty fine, I guess.